I was thinking that we'll just go there, the baby will just run out. God, I felt my wife that day. I don't even know why Nigerian nurses always walk about when somebody is in danger.
Hi guys! From July 31st, I will writing my labor experience. If you've been following the story, I did not tell you that we changed hospitals. The hospital I registered for antenatal some weeks to my delivery, after I went through a post on Facebook from one midwife, and she said that it's very good that you ask the place you register for antenatal if they do operation, in case you want elective CS or in case it's sudden and they have to rush you for CS, so that you will not be left stranded. And I went back to ask if they do CS in that clinic, and he told me that they don't do CS. I was like, oh my husband, this is not what I expected. It was the first time I was giving birth, so I really did not check out. So at the point where baby was in distress, it said that they cannot induce me in that clinic, because if they induce me and it didn't go through, they will have to do surgery, and they don't do surgery there, so they had to refer me to a private clinic. I was not feeling pain because I was already 4 cm dilated, but I was not feeling pain. I was like, well, I'm going to have a painless labor.
Yeah.
When it's there coming, the feeling was
mad.
If my husband, let's do surgery.
Well, she said,
let's do surgery.
I was not really going to say no to the option of let's go and do surgery, but I just minded that this is not our agreement. I'd already agreed with God that the delivery will be successful. It won't be through CS. Not that CS is bad.
I just wanted to experience the natural process of giving birth. It was
so. And then I called the doctor outside. I spoke with him. I said, "Guy, what's more important to me here is my wife, and then my child. But my wife, don't trade the life of my wife if it's about the CS, who can do that. But please save my wife and the baby, or the wife first." And he said, I've not heard this kind of thing before. Who will say baby? I said, yes, you can't give me baby without my wife. Who will take care of the baby? In fact, I've not even enjoyed my wife. We just started the journey. So we just need to set things right. So he said, okay, that they will have to induce her. God, I felt my wife that day. When she was in pain, like she would be shouting and be praying. As she's praying, she's talking, and she would say, hold me here, do me this, do me that.
1 year today since we gave birth to Ifechukwu. Can you recount your experience?
Yes, I can. Wow. It was quite an interesting experience. I've seen people going to deliver, so I've felt for them sometimes, but this one was right in there. They say person where they sick, no being the bear the pain past the person they take care of him. Sometimes that's how it is. So as it were, I remember I was talking with the driver that day. I was going to the new hospital where we were referred to. As I was telling the man, I said, my wife is in labor. And the man said, are you serious? And it was late in the night. He said, okay, I will carry you to that place. I know how it feels. Aww. I know you're not number right now. So he took me. I didn't even know the guy. He took me there, and then because I'd been off and on, you go there, go to the house, go and fix things in the house, come back to the hotel, the hospital rather. From there, I was expecting my mother-in-law to come, and I was running around for this thing, buy this, buy that, and all of that. So in fact, the course of trying to get one or two, where I almost had an accident with my friend. Then we're crossing the major road. I didn't even know that there was bike coming behind the delivery guy coming behind a vehicle. So I only saw the vehicle, and then I wanted to cross just a small distance. I was at very close range, but God saved me. And then it was prayer all through.
How did you feel when you saw your wife in labor proper?
Well, I felt happy that she was finally in labor because it was the baby, the guy man was posting us like 31st of July, 1st of August. But of course, my wife was the one who caused it because she had already told God she wanted to give birth on the 5th, so that the mother will come on the 6th. That was actually what God did for us.
Yes.
And I had a beautiful time. When I saw her in the labor room, I felt happy. I said, finally, this guy is ready to come out. This guy is ready because, oh man, if not, for you playing flog,
It was tiring.
It was really tiring.
tired.
And I was being stressed too. Women go through a lot, and I trusted God's strength upon her because we had prayed, and not just that we prayed. God told us about the child, and then we were still at alert. So I wasn't entertaining any fear. The only thing I knew was that the baby was going to come out. We just focused on what God told us and we were there. So I felt joy when I saw my wife in the labor room. Like, I was like, what's this? Felt pain. Felt like, oh my God, this is painful.
It's painful.
Because look, it's so painful. Even you ain't no day induced guy, you could feel him unless you be a monster. I felt it. I felt the chiki, the thing that all the things that were coming out of my wife's mouth. She was very coordinated though, but she was sometimes if you touch her anyhow, she was.
Give me.
And I felt really
hold me.
But I was there. From there I was asked to actually go out of the labor.
Yes. And why he left the labor room was, I told the gynecologist that I needed him inside, but he said no, that not every man can actually contain the sight. That he doesn't want to be taking care of the woman here, and the next thing the man will faint, they will leave the woman and start. Yes,
you don't know that I have many powers. I have many powers.
So that's why he says, okay, no problem. When you were asked to leave the labor room, how did you feel? Like,
well, I felt good because I knew I was going to be praying for you. What it takes to also be in labor room, because it's between life and death. So I had to watch for it because at that moment you didn't have the strength to still continue praying.
True.
One of my sisters in the Lord, as Monyelua, called me, and I was like, this one you called me this time around. She said she called me to check up, and she just had the feeling. And I said to her that my wife is in labor. She said, oh, that's okay. Okay. What will happen is that we do have chance so we can pray together. I said, okay, we'll pray by 12. So, and then luckily we started praying by 11, and we prayed, and in fact, I'm not fat. Later, the doctors were telling me that the hospital was shaking because of my prayer. I said, what? I didn't even know.
But man was seriously praying.
We were praying and we prayed. That sister, despite the fact, okay, I think it was on Saturday.
It was on Friday.
Okay, so it was a weekend.
She was back from work.
Yeah, so Friday. It was. So we prayed, and then as I was praying, one of the nurses came out and asked me that my wife said that the time is now, I should pray. Like that's when I heard it. I was a little bit like, hey, what's this? Like, that kind of feeling. How am I expecting?
Because I was pushing and baby was not coming forward. I said, no, I've not told my husband that we started pushing. Please send message to him that now.
I was so emotional. I said, there was this connection, like we were together. The pain, I was feeling it. Like, I was like, oh God. When my wife said, pray, it is now for us to, oh God, I was like, oh my God, this is so special. So I had to be back. So I was just feeling the same way she was feeling. I may not really be in level, but definitely I felt that connection. Like, guy, you guys, yes, you're in labor. So I because at that point I wanted to even relax because man don't tire. So I said, let me just, that moment the message came. I said, Jesus, okay. I got up again. Now, as if there was another double strength that came upon me. I started praying and praying. And then the nurses were coming, like the film that we used to watch. The nurses will come, and I don't even know why Nigerian nurses always walk about when somebody is in danger or something. So this guy will pass. I said, "What's up now?" My wife said, "It's fine, calm down." I said, "Calm down, what's going on? Please, her life is important to me." You know, I had to call the doctor again. I said, "Doctor, come. I've told you, you see, my wife's life is more important to you. Please, I don't know my baby yet too. Now my wife, I know if you take care of baby without my wife." So the guy said, "Don't worry."
So what are the 3 lessons you have learned from your pregnancy journey, your first pregnancy journey?
First experience, please try to go for counseling as a man. Very important. Talk with people who had experiences, as in genuine people, who could guide you as a man, not the woman, by the way. Before you even get married, try to understand some things about women. So there were things I knew that helped me, and so it was easy for me to apply them. As from inception, when she conceived, everything has changed. The mood, the eating, the weakness, and so I had to guide her. First, I had to get a book, and then praying. Even when she's weak, I would tell her, "This is time to pray." She was also, I say, "Don't stand up, just lie down and pray." And she was also doing it. So I learned that too, of course, before then, and then I applied it. It was practical then. Not everything that your wife wants to eat when she's pregnant that you give to her. Otherwise, you just be buying nonsense. And if she doesn't finish it, you will not eat. So you just have to caution her too. So I learned that not everything that she wants.
So you don't buy me egg roll next spring?
No, those ones are good. Now me too, I can eat egg roll. All of us were together. They will be everything we should want. Now you will give up. Try to make sure, say you itself help her. Try and see how you can help her curtail things that she eats.
Thank you for listening to this point. If you got to this point, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.